what, John? I'm going to tell you your future. You want to hear it?
Sure.
If this continues and more of these homeless people, I'd say the critical mass is going to be around getting close to 10 people at one time.
Okay.
All right? And this is your future if that happens. You will be pulled aside. And it's probably by Kyle, and he will have conferred with the other people there, and it's going to sound something like this. Hey, John, can I talk to you for a second? Yeah. Hey, hey, I just want to say, man, I know what you're doing with your ministry, man, and it touches me a lot, and I really love what you're doing and everything. That being said, I know, God's speaking to you, and God speaks to me, and tells me, gives me direction, stuff like that, and John, we're kind of still growing, John. We're a small church, and we don't look. If it were up to me, John, I'd help everybody. You know that, right? Right? I'm not just physically able to help everyone right now. I wish someday, I pray, God willing, that I can welcome everyone in the doors, So, that being said, there have been some issues, John, with some of the individuals that, you've referred. I don't want to get into it. But John, part of my duties here at the church is so I'm sort of like the leader of this flock. This is the congregation. This is my congregation, and I need to protect my congregation. And I wish it were that way. I wish I could just welcome anybody, but that's the way it is. And well, I've been approached by some members of the congregation, and they told me they don't feel safe. And there's maybe an incident, or, and I don't want to get into it. Don't ask me questions about specifics that I'm making up. Don't ask me about it, right? But yeah, if you know what, I'm not saying we have to stop. Right? I'm not saying that. I don't want to ever say that. I'm just saying that for the time being, maybe we could just refrain from inviting, some of these individuals. And, maybe in the future, we can, once we get bigger, we can help more people. And we can continue it. Hopefully not.
They're being repetitive, by the way. But
this is how it's going to be.
So hopefully I can speak without being interrupted as well. Now, I actually